And here we go. Hi everyone. Hi Charlene. Hi Tina. Hi Sean. Dungeon Matron. Hi Cross. Nice to see you. Mia. Good to see you too. And Robert Evans and Lawrence Davies. Hope everyone is doing great. So with us today is.
And here we go.
And Steve. Hi, Steve.
I think you might
Everyone.
want to.
Hi Charlene. Hi Tina.
Lisa.
Hi Sean. Dungeon Matron.
I think
Cross,
you've got
nice to see
your sound on.
Robert Evans and Lawrence Davies.
Uh-oh.
Hope everyone is doing great.
I'm getting I'm getting echo. Do I
So
need
with
to
us
do
today
something?
is. And here we go.
And Steve. Hi, Steve.
I think you might want. Hi Charlene. Hi Tina.
What do I need to do?
Hi Sean.
Okay, turn off the sound from. Mute the YouTube video. Yeah, we're getting some feedback. What? Okay, we should be okay now.
How do I do that? Oh, shoot. Wait, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah,
You're getting feedback.
yeah just mute the YouTube video. Okay, managed. Yeah, I think that should be fine.
Oh? I mute. Oh, I know what I need to do.
I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
Tina says nope, it's still not good.
Okay, are we still hearing? Are we still hearing the feedback?
Everybody hear me okay? Is there any issues? Yes, we're okay. I'm not seeing anything.
I mean, yeah, it's better now. Okay. Thanks, Stephen.
Good.
So we're
Wouldn't
saying.
be a stream without me if I didn't or whatever, you know.
Yeah, we've got to have the technical difficulties, otherwise, it's a union thing. So we're saying.
I can.
No, please go ahead.
I think the delay. I muted my YouTube microphone, but Discord is still on. Should I unmute YouTube and mute Discord instead?
No, because then you're going to get a delay and you're going to hear what I'm saying about 40 seconds after I say it, which would get very confusing.
That would be good because then it will give me that time to not say the things that will get you demonetized.
It's okay. I'm not monetized anyway. It's not a problem.
Okay. Kicked off YouTube.
Okay. So we were saying Lisa, Dungeon Matron, is someone who everyone should be familiar with. Here, she's been in the one of the active people in the chat since the channel started, I think, since the stream started.
I love the community.
And you've also been hosting your own hangouts on Discord for some time.
I guess it's been a month, I guess. Maybe 4.
Something like that, yeah, I think. So, how about you tell us a bit about yourself? Because I know you've been a gamer and a crafter for a fair amount of time, no?
Yes, I've been gaming since high school. Back before Moses lived. And my original it started with Dungeons and Dragons Second Edition, and completely skipped 3.5 and 4 and went straight to 5. Played second edition, well, first edition, original Dungeons and Dragons and Advanced Dungeons and Dragons and second edition for years, and then learned about 5th and fell in love with 5th, and then started watching crafters on YouTube, and got into crafting.
So crafting is a more recent thing then?
Crafting, that I started watching crafting before COVID. When I retired I worked for IBM for a while as a project manager, and was doing that for a long time. And then when I retired, I was looking for a hobby, and housekeeping is not a fun hobby. So I found I have a degree in art, but it's mostly two-dimensional painting, charcoals, that kind of thing that I had been doing. And I thought, something related to D&D or tabletop role-playing would be a lot of fun to do, because I love doing that. That's the thing that I really look forward to playing, tabletop role-playing games. So I stumbled across the gateway drug of terrain crafting, which was DM Scotty's channel. Started watching that, and then started watching Bill's Wylock's channel, and Dan Vetter, and you, and all these other people, and Crazy Crafter. I was a lurker for the longest time. I just lurked, and it was really amazing looking at what these people were putting out.
Really, just lurking? Because I have a hard time.
I did lurking for a long time.
Yeah, because now that I've known you for some time, I find it very difficult to picture you not communicating.
I've always done stuff. I've always crafted, but not specifically for tabletop. Mm-hmm. And tabletop RPG crafting has, it has specifics. You have to think of scale, and if the terrain, if it's durable, will it hold up to table play and stuff like that, and what's the best things to use. And so I lurked for the longest time, just kind of gathering in information, because it was a bit overwhelming for me, and seeing what these people were putting out, it's like, geez, it's pretty amazing stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then COVID hit, and Alan did the Crazy Crafter channel, which I absolutely fell in love with. I loved that community. That community was amazing, and everyone coming together, and it was just tension free. Everyone just hanging out and supporting each other. If someone had a question on how to do something, there was someone there who says, "Oh, hey, yeah, I did that once, and this is how I did it." I was like, "Oh, this is it! I love this channel." And so that's where I finally got the nerve to start putting things together. But yeah,
I voted.
I did some crafting before that, but it was very.
To be honest, the Crazy Crafter live stream was the first live stream I ever watched regularly. Because I was always okay. Why the hell would anyone watch a 2-hour live stream? After all, it was okay. This is fun. I like these people.
Oh, and fabulous! I love the interactions, on the live chats, and him bringing on guests, and it was just, and Zane doing Zane's things. I mean, it was great. I love that. I really miss it, but when COVID was over and Colin had a life to go back to, and I was like, oh gosh, I miss that. And that's one of the reasons why I started the Discord stream, is to try to create a community again for everyone to jump in and craft and lay back and shoot the poop and that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's good. I mean,
You can say poop, right?
yeah, you can say whatever you like. Like I said, we're not monetized, so we don't owe anyway. I think anyone. You know, they can't fire you if they never hired you. Yeah, and I mean the hangouts are really good fun. I mean, most of the time I'm not even crafting in the hangouts. I'm just hanging back and just enjoying talking to people. So,
I find myself focused on the crafting and just listening to everyone, because the conversations go all over the place, or just it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Love this community. Absolutely adore it.
I think if I'm not mistaken, you've also been around a few conventions, haven't you?
Sorry, you
I
blocked out for just a
I
second.
said
You what?
you've been around a few conventions as well.
Yes. I attended my very first convention, which is, you're blinking, by the way, for some reason. It's strange. I'm not sure why. But anyway, the screen, I mean. But I went to RoseCon, RoseCon up in Oregon at Portland. My friend, Eric Clements, has an online comic that he also has published, and had a table and was selling it. And there was a lot of LARPing and people in cosplay, and there was Doctor Who stuff. Matt Smith was there, and the woman that played River Song was there, and it was awesome. That was the first convention I'd ever been to, but it was huge and it was massive. And it was a bit overwhelming, but then I met Scotty and got to know him, and started playing with him regularly, and he was telling me about Mace, which was all the way on the other side of the world from me, or the country at least. And I was like, wow, just going on about how wonderful it was, how it wasn't huge and everyone was very calm and relaxed, and it was just kind of like a huge family get together. And I was like, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So I flew out there for the first one, November 2 years ago.
Okay.
It's fantastic. That's a great con. Unfortunately, one of the co-founders passed away recently, as
I'm sorry to hear that.
and so this year it's Jeff Con, which is the last Mace, but it is being picked up by other people. So I'm going to this one in November, which I'm really looking forward to.
Sounds good. Make sure to take pictures and show us.
Oh yeah. That's my phone. That's my ringtone. I should mute my phone.
It's okay.
I'm a wreck. It's almost as bad as playing D&D with me.
Say again?
Be quiet. Almost as bad as playing D&D with me.
It's okay. There are worse ringtones. So you were saying, and so you're playing with DM Scott regularly, and is that how you got into? If I remember correctly, you did the editing on Easy D6.
Did some of the editing on ETD6, not all of it. With the unreadable parts, I messed up. No, I was one of his test players for Easy D6. Me and I both did a lot of testing for him, and he knew that I had worked for IBM and did a lot of documentation, requirements documentation and instruction documentation on how to use.
But wait, are you okay now?
And he's like, "So do you?"
Did you recover from that?
Oh, am I?
I said,
Go away?
Did you recover from that?
Oh. Oh. Yeah, no recovery. He was so sweet. He is. I'm not. It's not like he's dead or anything. He's wonderful. I love working with him. He's fantastic. And the editing on it, and I'm really proud of how that all worked out for him. He deserves every bit of the recognition and praise he gets for it.
Oh yeah, for
it's
sure.
A beautiful system.
It's doing real good, and it is a good system. And yeah, the few times we talked, he really does have this vibe. Like gets people.
He's very excited.
Gets people going.
Yeah.
Okay, Tina Martins is saying you fly to conventions. I just drive to them. Yeah, maybe I have to swim to them or something. I don't know.
Yeah. The United States is 3,000 miles wide, so I don't think I'm going to drive that one. I'm not good. There are too many lives on the road that would be at stake.
So, going back to crafts, because I know that you've done quite a few different things like foam and plastic and kit bashing and toy bashing. And is there any particular material or medium you really like, or do you have a go-to kind of thing?
I don't really. I don't have a medium that I prefer. I actually look for ideas from objects that I will see something and I'll see something in it that could potentially be a craft, and just kind of and I start building off of that. It doesn't matter what the material is that it's made of.
Yeah, so,
for example, I'll show you.
Okay.
I was recently on vacation with my husband, and these are heavy iron. But I found these, and I thought, oh, that's gotta be something that I can use.
Could you move it a little to your right, to your left? Sorry. There you go. Sorry. That
Wait.
Other side. Other side. Other side. There. Oh. No, you're off camera.
Okay. I know it's only a 3-day drive cross, but like I said, there's people on the road. I don't want to put their lives in danger. Is that better?
Yeah, it looks like a metal mask with 4 eyes, if I'm seeing correctly.
Yes, it's actually a bottle opener. This is.
All right.
It's iron. Yeah. But I saw that and I picked it up because it just was weird.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can do something with this, especially with Halloween coming up.
Yes, exactly. Hey, Zane!
Say again? I didn't get what you said.
I said, hey, Zane.
Oh, Zane in the chat. Hi, Zane. So we're talking, yeah, because I know from the photos that you sent in earlier, can just have a look at them now, I think. You've also done a bit
Sure.
a bit
Didn't
of...
give them to you in any chronological order.
That's okay, we can just go over them randomly. Hang on a sec. Boom, there we go. That's Lisa.
I don't see anything yet on my end. What should I look for?
Hang on. I'm just scrolling through, finding the first one. There we go.
Lawrence.
Okay. Sec. Almost there.
Okay, no worries. I'm reading the chat as you're doing this. Oh, Miles. That's my high school friend. For his birthday, I made him that mail off.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So
That was 5 years ago, I guess.
Okay. I mean, I know that takes a while to make because I had tried to make one, I think about 2010. Those things are a pain to make.
Yeah, you have to really, you can't watch TV and make one of those. You have to focus on it.
Oh yeah, for
Because
sure.
if you get the change, doing it is a pain.
Yeah, I remember it was also how I accidentally gave myself zinc poisoning.
What? Oh my gosh. I did not know that was a thing. Really?
Yeah, so basically what happened was this. I was trying to make riveted mail rather than just butted mail. Because reasons. Okay? And to do that you have to heat the wire and flatten the rings.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, if you do that to iron wire, you are perfectly safe. No problem. Okay? But if you do it to galvanized steel, the steel vaporizes.
Oh.
Okay, now steel and zinc is good for you, but not through inhalation.
Zinc is good for you. Clears the skin. What is coat hanger wire made from? That's making me think, because that was one of the things you can make jump rings out of, is to just heat coat hanger wire and then wrap it really quick.
I think that's iron. I think coat hangers are usually just plain iron, but it's good to check beforehand.
Good to know. So you didn't die?
No, I mean, just it was very mild. I just had a fever for a couple of days and I was okay.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
That's how you learn stuff, you know. It's like do stupid things and survive.
Teach the craft. That's what that is.
Okay, now we have the, I think this was your build from the Pistachio Shell Challenge, yeah?
Also pistachio shell challenge, yeah. My builds so far, I still have not done a single tile. I've not completed a single tile. I do not have any dungeon tiles. I hang my head in shame because I have not done any dungeon tiles yet. Most of the stuff that I'm crafting, because I love it, are the challenges, your challenges, Michael's challenges, and I see them and I love the community thing, how everyone's getting together and their ideas, and that's what I end up doing, mostly challenges, and that's what came from the pistachio challenge.
Yeah, the challenges are kind of addictive.
They really are.
Tina's saying, Tina's saying it seems like any crafter has some issues.
Yes.
Yeah, most crafters have more issues than National Geographic, but yeah.
So Michael huffs resin, and apparently Karl huffs ink.
Yeah. I huff superheated metal.
Well, Tina went the same exact way. Lawrence, you're having a thunderstorm? That's awesome. I agree. I would love to watch a stream during a thunderstorm.
Maybe we can have that for the Halloween one.
Yeah, that would be great.
So speaking of builds, if anyone wants to drop any photos in the community showcase for later, here's a link in the chat.
Yeah.
So speaking of challenges, I remember when you were making this one, you were I think had a hang up about painting it.
Yes, I still am not good at painting, which is why most of my minis, Cross and I, kind of are in the same frame of mind. You know, just put them out there and paint it. I'm fine with that because I can't. Painting minis does not appeal to me for some reason. I don't know why. I love painting terrain. I don't know why. I still have not figured out why minis do not appeal. Painting minis do not appeal to me.
Pretty much in the same frame of mind, but I don't mind painting terrain. But if I'm not really in the mood or whatever, I'm not going to be painting any minis. That's the thing.
Yeah. So when this one came up, the pistachio shell, the shell one, I'm looking in the dungeon, the D&D monster manual, what it looks like, and I'm thinking, oh, I really got myself into something here because I'm not sure I could paint this. Everyone was on, I was doing it on the stream, and everyone's like, yeah, it's going to look like crap at first, and you're going to hate it, and you're going to want to throw it out, and then it'll suddenly come together, and it'll be great. And they were right. I don't know that it's great, but it did come together.
Yeah, there's always that point, like it looks like someone threw up on it, but it's just part of the process.
Yes, it does. You know who is amazing to watch with the painting?
Mm-hmm.
Stefano. Chimera Wargaming.
Oh yes,
Watch
yes, absolutely.
its painting technique. It looks really slapdash at first, but then there's a method to that madness, and it's absolutely amazing the end result of that stuff. If you guys haven't checked out Chimera Wargaming videos, do so. It's massively awesome.
Yep, 100%, and especially I really like the way he builds up textures.
Yes, and he does layers and layers and layers of paint, which I don't have that much patience. I'm not a patient person. I boom, boom, boom. But which is funny because I take absolutely freaking forever to finish anything because I'm sitting there getting meticulous with it when I really want it to be fast. Painting, he does slap, but he's also meticulous at the same time, which I don't know how he does that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at Steven's Earthman Bricks painting too, it's you think it's a bit thrown together, but it's thrown together very carefully, if that makes any sense.
Yes. The chaos of that style of painting lends to the chaos of the build, and it works. It works. It's organized chaos. It's great.
Okay, moving on.
Pillars, my first modular work. So I think you know this. I like to reuse. I'm like don't throw anything away. Try to reuse it. Create less trash and more terrain. So I don't know how many toilet paper tubes I have saved up over the years, but many. And these are columns that I made from toilet paper tubes, and had a old insulation tube.
Okay.
Had the water heater installed, and that goes around the top of those things. And I decided, okay, I'm going to have.
Hey, Mike joined us. Hi, Mike.
Hi. Thank you for coming. I need the support. I'm a hoarder. No, I'm a collector. Cross will back me up on that. I'm a collector.
You know, I was just thinking now, I wonder what would happen if in 2000, 3000 years archaeologists find our crafting supplies.
Can you imagine? Oh, that would be interesting. That might make a good game.
Yeah, I mean, yes, this person evidently had a stash of cardboard rolls. We have no idea what these are. They must have been some form of currency or ritual object.
Yes, exactly. It turns out that it's just people, adults playing make-believe. So those are my evil and good columns, because the evil ones have the exactly, that's right, Chris. So the evil columns have the spiky things, and the nice columns have the fluted tops and stuff.
Are the fluted
and then they interchange.
Say again, sorry?
Interchange.
All right.
And then the braziers, which I call braziers. They are from tea lights that light up.
Okay. Tina Martins, I had the maintenance man saving all the tubes from the lights we use at work. If I drop dead tomorrow, people will ask what she was doing.
Oh, wow. I want to see what you do with those.
Okay, and Steven is saying, pretty sure that cable ties will be the currency of the future. Forget bottle caps, cable ties.
No, dude. No, dude. I'm sorry. No.
What happened?
Gotta have one bottle caps. Mini bottle caps. That's the currency of the future. Bottle caps. We're cultists.
Oops, sorry.
That's fantastic. I love it.
Trying to resize the screen. Come on. There we go.
I mess things up by moving. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I resized to bring up your screen, but then I had trouble putting it back into place.
Sorry.
Okay, I think this one was from the Forest Shrine build.
Yes, that was from the Forest Shrine build. That one was my first real challenging one because they incorporated a light and foliage, and that one made me sweat. That one really made me sweat.
How do you build this up?
Again, that's all reused. I reused a bunch of stuff. The tree is made from molded cardboard pieces that go around cartridges.
Okay.
And I just those up and glued them all together and painted them and added pieces here and there and used nautical twine to make the vines.
Are they coated in something though? Because they look smoother than nautical twine.
Zane helped me on that one. He said to blend some of that Dollar Tree spackle with some water and make it a paste, and then
Nice. All right.
and that way when it dries stiff but is still paintable. And it does soak up a lot of paint though. It has a tendency to really slurp it up, but I thought it was great. I was like, thank you, Zane. That's fabulous. A great solution.
Yeah, I remember on his channel, I think Vines and that kind of thing were his first video or his second video, but it was pretty early on his channel. And yeah, I mean, I don't think it was the same technique with the speckle, but those were pretty good too.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm guessing the foliage is from plastic shrubbery, yeah?
Oh yeah. Yeah, shrubbery. Um, I haven't graduated yet to doing really. I haven't made like good flocking for trees and stuff like that. That's coming up. Haven't
I
reached that.
I think I've the most and we're talking insane level quality there. The most realistic one I've seen was made from copper sheets. This person had literally punched out the individual leaves.
Oh, you know what? Okay, can I move or can I not move?
Yeah, of course you can move.
Okay, I found somebody nearby
Okay.
had these, and so jazzed. Oh, I just realized. I'm so sorry, Cross. I sent your Dr. Demento DVDs, and I forgot to include these. These are. Can you see those?
It's a bit blurry, but yeah, it looks like a dodgy bag.
It's a dodgy bag. Oh right, wrong bag. Sorry. Whoops. Got the fan on. I'm. Oh no. Okay. You see those now?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay. These are pods from. Don't. Oh, in my coffee. Um, these are maple seed pods. I think they're maple or something. I can't remember what they are, but they look like tiny little maple, or not maple. Oh, for heaven's sakes, what's that tree? But anyway, it's a seed off of a tree that when you look at the little seeds, they look like tiny little maple leaves or spruce leaves.
All right.
And they're perfect for crafting, so you don't have to cut anything out. There's a guy that lives down the street, and my husband and I were taking a walk, and I was outside, and he had one of these trees. They're not common here in California. And I walked up to him and I said, "Excuse me, I have some of the dried seed pods from your tree." And he's so funny, and I'm like, I'm a tabletop crafter, and I use these for terrain. And he goes, "Really?" Because I do Warhammer stuff, and we totally got into the Warhammer discussion about
Nice.
how to build terrain. It was great.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny that yeah, there are enough people that you can go ask, "Hey, can I have some of this for terrain?" and they will understand what you mean. It's amazing.
Ah, yeah. Martin,
Hey, Martin, nice to see you. Okay, Tina and Lawrence
you.
are saying
Yes,
it's
Lawrence.
birch.
Yes. Perfect. Thank you.
Right. Oh yeah, I mean, I still haven't been able to really collect any natural materials to play with, but yeah, except some bark. Bark really is top stuff.
Live on Malta, where there's like a million years of stuff under the ground. Just start digging, dude.
Yeah, and today we shall craft this Halloween decoration out of the bones of random Romans.
There you go. Authentic.
Oh, I think the next one up is the base from your orrery.
I'm not going to use that actually for the orrery. That wasn't the intent for it, but I didn't think it goes. But so I have this wonderful base that I'm calling it wonderful. The only reason I'm calling it wonderful is that it was my very first attempt at marbleizing something, and I'd been watching videos and people saying how hard it was to marbleize stuff. I was really intimidated by it. I'm like, I'm still going to try. I'm going to try. And I got a straw and some watered down paint and started huffing and got lightheaded and almost passed out, but it was a lot of fun. And just blowing the paint all over this thing. and then following up with a brush and just twirl it with some light paint on it and just twirling it in different, letting the brush go where it wanted to. I was really amazed at how it came out because I was like, I did that. Wow.
Yeah, it looks really good. So basically, what you're saying is you really dilute the paint and then you move it around with air.
Yeah, you dilute the paint,
Nice.
and then get a straw and basically, hyperventilate.
Yeah, I think you were doing this on one of the hangouts, and I think you were seriously going to pass out at one point.
Yeah, I was like, is the world spinning or is it just whoa, trails?
Yeah, but I really like the way this turned out. This was really beautiful. Okay, next, some nightmare fuel.
That is my very, very first attempt at building anything for RPG.
All right.
That was long ago for one of the early tabletop crafters builds.
Okay.
And that was I was just a Gulfias tree, and I mean, I look at it now and I'm like, ew. But it was fun. It was fun to make.
I thought you was the intended effect.
What was it? What was the intended?
I said I thought you was the intended effect, kind of thing. I think
it's like you, like, oh, I could have done that better, but I do love the bones. You're right. Campaign Train is mentioning the bones, and that I want to say that was I got that from that technique to make those bones from Landvetter, I think. Did a video on making rib cages and backbones and stuff like that.
And what is it built out of? It's clay.
An oatmeal container, toilet paper tubes, and dollar store foam core that basically I just and then cracked to make the bark.
Nice. And I guess you scavenged the ice from somewhere else.
I made those.
Seriously?
Yeah, those are like push-ons. Is that what they're called? The flat glass beads. They're domed on top and flat on the bottom.
Yeah. Okay.
And Cross. What was her name again? Who does them? She makes them online. And she did a YouTube channel, and I copied that to make the dragon eyes.
Okay. I think I know the one. Yeah. I mean, the effect looks really good.
Yeah, I liked it.
Campaign Terrain is saying Dungeon Matron, are those the paper clip ribs?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Nice. No, but really, those eyes really stand out.
They were fun.
Okay, next up, I think this is your Baba Yaga's hut.
Oh yeah.
How's that going?
Yeah. It's just been. I have not done much to it since then. It's been the Xanathol highlighted and the eyeball installed. I did some base coating on the bone fence around, but that's another one I need to finish. I have too many things that are unfinished. I jump from one to another, as you know.
No, never. Okay, here's another view of it.
Yeah, and it's got my crow. I love my little crow. Little crow is awesome. Hey, buddy.
Where'd you get it from? It's
I get what?
the crow. I mean.
Made him.
Oh, all right. Okay, I thought it was from a kit or something. It looks nice.
Yeah, he's built.
I know that you made some really small piece. I think we're going to look at another one real soon. But how do you build this? Because that's really small.
Yeah. Very- Reuse.
That's tiny.
Yeah. So his beak
Okay.
is, come on, focus. His beak is the very top of a tea light that has the, on tea lights has that little top on the flame.
Yes. Okay.
Snip that off
Ah,
on there, and just a piece of plastic, long piece of plastic with dollar store petals for the wings, and a tiny little bead for his head, and painted black.
nice.
Yeah.
So the body was originally a plastic plant or something like that.
Yeah, just little skinny
All
piece of
right.
plastic. Yeah. Yvonne Williams, thank you, Cross. Yes, that's who made that's. Look up Yvonne Williams dragon eyes, and that's how I made my dragon eye. Made my eyes for my tree. She does absolutely phenomenal work.
Okay.
That's my crow sitting on a mini to get a size of scale.
I thought it was part of this miniature or something like that originally. That's why I asked if it was. I'd forgotten that you. I know. I remember now that you had mentioned that you had built it.
No, the crow is just sitting on the mini so that you can get an idea of the scale.
Awesome. And Lawrence Davis saying that inspired me to make my Baba Yaga hut.
Oh, his Baba Yaga hut is much more authentic than mine because it actually has true chicken legs, whereas mine is just straight off copycat of Dungeon Misers. There's the Final Faction chicken legs.
Legs
I
at the
cut
bottom.
between the toes of the feet on the Final Faction figure to make it look more like a chicken, but Baba Yaga hut apparently looks like it really works out. It goes to leg day, like to the gym every day.
That tie on top really works with this.
I was looking up online Baba Yaga huts, and I saw one that had an eye, and I'm like, oh yeah. The group factor there is off the chart. Got to do that.
Yeah, so it's got an eye and Velociraptor legs. That's a seriously freaky looking cut.
I have again. I'm using again the Dollar Tree petals that I've colored brown. They're going to go underneath as the chicken feathers on the legs to
Oh, okay.
hopefully make it less raptorish and more chickenish. Again, it's still going to be a buff chicken.
Ooh, okay. Now this is what you've been working on for the finish him challenge.
Yes. That's. I have to admit, I'm very proud of this one. This one is probably my best build, in my opinion, my best build.
I mean, you should be proud of it. It looks awesome, and I'm really looking forward to see it in motion.
Yeah, and I'm not doing that today. I'm going to do that
Next week.
on the challenge. Yep, it's done. It's ready to go. So yeah,
So
very happy with that one.
you mentioned that you've been planning this for some time, yeah?
I had that one. Wait, I have a cat, buddy. That one
There he is. Hey, guys.
Yes. Finally, yeah. Hey, look up here. Anyway, I saw that. I saw a crafting video, and again, the name is eluding me. I'm so sorry, whoever you are. I think of it, I'll post it again. Did one using a clock, which is what I used as well, and I was really motivated by that one. It was a gorgeous build, and I just was so into. I'm into steampunk. I love anything to do with gears. So saw his bill. I have to make that. I have to make that. And then just started adding my own little flavor. And that's what I ended up with there. I'm very, very pleased with it.
Yeah, and again, you've been doing quite a lot of work with LEDs and stuff, which is something wiring things really puts me off. I really haven't really thought about touching it yet, really. But
I cheated.
meaning?
Wire anything. These. It's just these. I got these off of Amazon. Everything is lit up. It's already made. You just order these.
Okay.
And they're already made. I just stick them in things.
Ooh. Oh, they have their own power source and stuff?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. That's what the comet is made of. It's just covered in glue, and then the sun. These are perfect because if you put a magnet as a base, it automatically sits right on the magnet and doesn't move, so it's stabilized. And then I just put the globe on top, and it's done. So yeah, I cheated.
That's okay, we won't tell anyone.
I'm so glad we're not doing this on the live stream.
Why is it? Okay, yeah, so definitely looking forward to seeing this move next week. Okay, and oh, tiny bottles.
Yeah, my tiny guys. Yeah, tiny bottles. Tiny bottles.
So those are beads and glued onto more beads, I guess?
It's glued to beads, glued to stuff. Yeah. I use jumper rings for the bottom of the bottles to stabilize them if they're too round.
Okay.
It or made them a little fancy.
Oh yeah, I mean, I like the variety you get from this.
I'm really gravitating for some reason toward tiny things, which is weird because I can't. As I get older, my eyesight is getting harder to see small, but I'm really gravitating toward doing tiny things.
I guess it's a phase or something like that.
It's a phase.
Okay. And here's Earl Grey from the
Earl Grey.
Vicious Teabagging Challenge.
Yes, this is Earl Grey. Thank you, Cross, for the name. Cross came up with the perfect name for him. Yeah, I enjoyed making him. He was fun.
Yeah.
Or Joe.
And Joe, who's currently being teabagged. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess Earl went out interviewing adventurers. Is your name Joe?
So
would you like to come for?
I remember I think you've done some modifications to this one. Like you had to build a front part entirely to hide the extra arms, I think.
Oh, I didn't submit those pictures. Yes, you're right. So I bought the gargoyle at the local pharmacy, and they had discounted. Yeah, the pharmacy here will have garden supplies sometimes, but not like massive, big, just little like garden gnomes and stuff like that in the aisle.
Okay. Because I was wondering, I mean, what's a gargoyle doing in a pharmacy? Just here, put this in front of you to scare away the cough spirits and call me in the morning.
Well, yeah. Do not confuse the the fertilizing sticks for something that you know. Yeah, they will have aisles of seasonal stuff like gardening supplies. You can get little gnomes or little tiny pots and things like that. They don't do like huge bags of soil or anything, but so it was the end of the season, and they had this garden gargoyle discounted, and way discounted, 75% off. And so he was just a few dollars to buy. He's just so cute, and he was perfect for this. But his feet were straight like this in front of him, so he's sitting launched on his legs with his 2 feet front, and he needed to have his arms out. So I did not want to destroy him because he was so cute. So I fashioned arms out, created a wire armature, and then used baby arms from Dollar Tree to make his arms and his hands. And just the night before the challenge, the armature broke and his arms went, ugh. And I was sitting there going, okay. And then I think it was you, and I think Cross was online, and they're like, put a jacket on him. Just wire it back together, Mickey Mouse it back together, and make a jacket. And that's why he's wearing his smoking jacket to cover up. The arms are kind of, you can see the big gap where couldn't get the armature to attach properly again.
The thing is that okay, you needed to do that to cover a fix, but it really ended up adding a bit to the scene. Just makes it funnier.
I think it does. It adds to his, I'm relaxed having a cup of tea thing. It did, right? I had to cover up those arms, so I created a cut from foam. I sculpted out a chest for him.
I think it's visible in this shot, yeah. So
to cover up those arms.
It's not his original chest. It's a plate that goes on top.
It's a plate that goes over. It just sticks. I just stuck it on there.
Speaking of last second repairs, I remember you had a problem with one of the parts from the orrery, yeah?
Oh, yes. So the clock hands that I was trying to bend it so that it would pass, with the planets on them, I had to change them slightly so that they would pass each other without hitting. I'm trying to bend it the right way, and I'm bending. And finally, of course, because it's lightweight metal, snapped. And it's the only hand that would fit on that clock. And I was just like, thank goodness we were on that live stream. And I think it was Cross.
Said, Cross came up with the fix for that.
The fix, and I was like, thank goodness. This is why the live streams are so great. Because if I was by myself, I just would have been like, okay. I would have been a complete loss.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things. Talking to more experienced crafters, most of the really good tips are how to save a project that's going wrong rather than how to do something, period.
Hi, Martin. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Martin. Bon appetit. Okay, Cross is saying, Lisa, did you see the roll for damage planetarium?
Roll for damage. What?
The roll for damage planetarium.
That's the one. Thank you, Cross. That's exactly the one that motivated me to do this one. Yes, it's exactly the one.
Okay, I'll have to look that up later then.
Yes.
Okay, moving on. Okay, the bathtub with the this was for the floating terrain
Floating.
challenge. Yeah, which is still in limbo, unfortunately.
Yes. Yes. Um, I absolutely despise the build I made. I don't like anything about it except for that piece right there.
Yeah, but when she saw the photos the first time, my girlfriend said the rubber duck is literally the best craft ever.
Rubber duck.
Yep,
Yes. I
it is
love
like
the rubber duck.
10 out of 10. Yeah, we can shut down we can shut down the internet and go home. The rubber duck is what it was all about.
Like how also just it was total happenstance when I'm putting the two in the hot tub with the bubbles and everything and the ducky, and I had to cut the minis to fit
Mhm.
in, and so I'm cutting them, and that's just a little bottle cap.
Okay.
And with some stuff on the side to make it look like wood. And had to, so when I'm cutting them up and piecing them back together again, and it just I set him in there, and he twisted slightly when I set him in, and she's got her arm up like this, and it looks like she's just bailing on
Yeah.
him. Like I was like, okay, let's go with it. You had to bring the rubber duck.
And how did you make the foam? I think it was plastic beads or something like that.
Tiny, tiny, tiny beads. I bought a what they call where they hold your eyeglasses. You
Hmm.
can take them off in the thing. And they come decorated at the Dollar Tree with these tiny, tiny beads. And I found one that had clear beads, and I just used those for the bubbles.
Nice. And use some glue and white paint, I think, in between them.
Mhm.
All right. But yeah, the duck is a special touch of class.
I do not know what encouraged me to make the duck, but I was thinking bubble bath to have a rubber duck, I guess.
Moving on. Yeah, there he is.
Hey.
Cunningly impersonating a loaf.
Oof. Yeah, I love when he sleeps with his arm over his eyes. Cute.
You were mentioning last time why you had named him Gygax. Apart from you being a total nerd, I mean.
I'm a total nerd. Yeah, I mean, really, there's how do you Gygax? It was either that, or Diggerath or something. No, it's Gygax works better. He loves to roll dice. As soon as we brought him home, started playing a tabletop game, and we rolled some dice, and he is like, "Yes!" Rolls. He hits the 20-sided die, and first roll came up a natural 20. Oh, look, we have
We have bots. Yay!
right on. Hi, bot. He rolls a 20-sided die, and it comes up a natural 20, and I'm like, yeah, I know what your name is. Now you're Gygax.
Okay, hang on a sec while we clean up this.
Yeah. Spam, 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 spam.
Yeah, I mean, you show a pussy on the stream and suddenly all the chatbots show up. So is that still a thing he does? I mean, rolling dice and stuff.
He loves rolling dice. He loves rolling dice. And he has a perch. He's right over there right now on top of his bookcase. And he oversees my crafting. Just me.
Oh, hello.
Yes. Yes. This is This sexy cat pose. My favorite picture of him. He jumped into the laundry one day and was being crazy cat, jumped into the laundry and wormed his way into the armhole of my husband's shirt and stuck his face out. And he's like, hey. And I was like, oh, I got to get that. I got to get a picture of that.
Yeah, it does look like he's up to no good.
I
I mean, he's a cat, obviously, he's up to no good, but okay, next up.
I'm just making that for a friend. My husband's coworker, Jared, is at Halloween, and Halloween's coming up. And so, again, total ripoff from something I saw on YouTube. I just wanted to put that together. It's just a side project. I like it. I think it looks cool.
Yeah,
That's the other one. I'll show you the one that I'm doing for him. Hang on real quick. Where did I put it? Oh, there you are. This is just together, from stuff. I didn't really craft it. I just grabbed it at Dollar Tree and put it together for him. I think it's cool. I love how that you can put that stuff together.
It's a bit blurry, but is that a bird skeleton in a cage?
Yeah.
Plastic bird skeleton, yeah.
Brian.
And yeah. Box with a skull on it.
Yeah, that's either it's with crafting foam so that you can roll dice in it if you want to.
Okay.
I made that for Jared as well.
How do you get that? Did you cut part of a plastic skull of that, or a foam skull? And
yeah, plastic skull, Dollar Tree plastic skull. I just cut a lot of the face, about this much of the face is cut off.
Okay.
Glued to the box. And then after that, I just took a lot of tissues and stuff like that and created the flesh
okay,
textures.
so that's where that comes from. Okay.
And hot glue.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that one. It's one of my early ones. Oh no! That's Uncle Kermie.
Uncle Kermit. Okay, you have to tell us about this one. Then that sounds like there's a story here.
There's a story there. So, testing EZD6 with Scotty, I played a character. I was a seer, and the seer has access to ancestor knowledge. They can go into a trance, and a dead ancestor will speak to them. And so, my character created this was a caregiver for children, and she created this hand puppet that the ancestors would speak through to her, and that's Uncle Kermie.
Through the puppet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean it's a cool prop.
It was great. I took it to Mace, and I'm sitting there at the table at the EZD6 table, and I'm just kind of like doing this. I'm like with the puppet slowly, and everyone's like, ah.
Did you also have a special voice for it, or it's just the visuals?
I'll see if I can do it. I don't know if I can do it now. Yes, it sounded like Kermit the Frog, basically. Yes, he did. Uncle Kermit saved our butts several times. That's right, Mia. Black too broad, I think.
Resize this. Come on. I changed my setup to hopefully get a smoother stream today. seems to be going okay so far, but all the stuff is in unusual places.
For me.
Yeah, Campaign Terrain says, reminds me of Klaatu Baradani. That's the black box from earlier. So apart from crafting, I also know that you DM fairly frequently.
Yeah. I attempt to DM anyway. um, yeah, I enjoy playing and DMing. I like to. Most of my games are. I like to just ask people to go. Oh God. So yeah, it's fun. I do. I DM TD6, D&D, and there's a couple of games that I tried with 10 Candles. If you guys have not tried 10 Candles, look it up. That game is bizarre. And, oh my gosh, that's a head trip.
Is that the one where you have to set fire to the cards or something like that?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, so basically, it's literally a one-use game, basically, isn't it?
No, because you can do different scenarios. It's a one shot. There's no campaign with it. It's a one shot. You just create these different scenarios, and you have 10 candles, and then you have this bowl, and everyone creates a character, and they have these ability or not. Well, their abilities, their characteristics that they can use to give themselves a bonus. But the thing about the game that makes it so intense is that everyone dies. It's you go in knowing your character is not going to live. It's how you the game is based on your character's method of trying to survive, knowing not necessarily how they survive, but what they do to try to survive. Will they throw someone else under the bus? Are they noble? It's truly a role playing game.
Okay.
And it's a lot of fun. And creepy as all hell. You play that on Halloween. It's great.
Yeah, but is it kind of like a horror game, or is it more of a psychological horror?
Yes. Yes, because the sun has gone out. 10 days ago, it starts out 10 days ago, the sun went out. The stars went dark. 5 days ago, they came. And it's up to the GM. Yeah, it's up to the GM to determine who they are.
So that sounds kind
The
of like
only thing that
yeah. Go on, please. You were saying?
the only they the only thing rule in the game is that they don't like light because all the power has gone off. The grid's gone dark. Power is basically just whatever you can burn or find that will cause light. Everything is starting to go away, is being used up by people who are trying to survive. So they will eventually encroach and find
Shit.
you. Yes.
That is some heavy stuff.
It is, yes, very slowly.
Yeah, it sounds like Call of Cthulhu, where you're going to your character is going to go mad at some point or die, whatever. But after the great old ones have showed up.
Exactly. Yeah, and they give you different scenarios that you can work from, or you can create your own. So it's never quite the same.
And do you have any, apart from this, do you have any other favorite games or settings or systems or?
Well, I mean, I'm ECD6, D&D, candles. Nothing off the top of my head. I'm sure I'm missing something in there. Someone is going to be, what about this one? I'm like, yeah, you're right. I don't think of anything off the top of my head, but I'm open to playing all kinds of different games. So this upcoming Jeff Con, I'll be sitting at Reloc's table playing his new Neon Skies. I'm looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, that's looking good.
Yes, that's going to be interesting. I'm really looking. Mia and I both are going to be sitting at the table for that.
Yeah, I don't.
I'm just open to.
Say again, sorry.
I'm just saying I'm open. I'm willing to try anything.
I was just thinking I haven't really touched any cyberpunk stuff since in the last 20 years, I think. So yeah, maybe I'll have a look at that maybe.
Yeah. Steve Bashir has a channel that he on Monday nights where he plays a variety of different RPGs. Scotty's been on it. I've been on it. Mia's been on it. Where he just tries different tabletop games and then does a brief analysis at the end, which is kind of a cool thing. His channel. Oh, Mia, help me. What's this called again? I'm blanking. I'm kind of nervous.
Relax. We're good.
No, I'm sorry. I'll think of it.
Shadows
of Arconia.
Yeah, okay, that's the one.
Shadows of Arconia. So catch that, guys, if you want to see some games being tested out. That's fun.
Yeah, I think I watched a couple of episodes of it. It's good fun.
Scotty did an easy D6 on his channel. With me and I. We were on it.
Speaking of Scotty, I think he had called you Captain something at one point.
He had called me Captain something?
Captain Karl.
Oh! His wife called me Captain Kill Crazy.
What were up to, Lisa?
Well, we were playing. we were play testing his North Road, and I had built a character, not a very nice character, which is very out of sorts for me. I don't usually build not nice characters. And she had a tendency to, she was fed up to just go, oh, heck with this, you know. And so apparently I offed someone I wasn't supposed to off. And she said, okay, Captain Kill Crazy. And it just stuck.
Crap, the plot necessary NPC kind of thing.
Yes, yeah.
Whoops.
Well, I mean, Scotty is a phenomenal DM and is very flexible. So you do that, he's fine with it. He knows exactly. He's like, all right, well, you did that. You're gonna, you'll feel the consequences later, but there it is. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but Scotty, DM Scotty knows the rules. If it has stats, we can kill it.
Yes.
Mia saying the chef knife killer. What?
Yes, I was a chef. My character was a chef, and if you look in the ECD6 book, you look at the Sarlacarn, and you look at this description of the Sarlacarn at the very end, you'll see that
it says it's a delicacy if prepared correctly. Yeah.
That was from my character whose name was Jan Balaya, and she was a chef and would try to cook anything. And she found that Sarlacarn meat was a delicacy.
Okay. We shall defeat the beast and barbecue it.
much.
Yeah, that reminds me of that dwarven market that Colin was building on the Crazy Crafter a while back, and he had this shop, Meg Drugan's Meats of Dubious Origin.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That's funny.
Yeah, your character would have fit right in there.
She killed one of the main. She killed one of the PCs. It was a bad one. She was a bad person. At least she thought so, by making chicken wings and poisoning them, but making them taste really, really yummy. Apparently, this woman loved chicken wings, so she gave her some poisoned chicken wings. And Belia.
But I think you mentioned that mostly you prefer to play support characters, yeah?
I do. Most of my characters, majority of my characters are support characters. They're either medical practitioners or caregivers of some kind. Maternal instinct in me. So funny in D&D, very few people want to play the cleric, and I'm like, I'll do it.
Yeah, is that still a thing? Because I remember that was a thing with the older editions. Yeah.
No one wanted to play the cleric because all they did was stand around and heal people for the most part. And I'm like, yeah.
Kind of weird because from the third edition on, they seriously overpowered them. But yeah.
Yeah. Kill them with kindness, kind of thing. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Lisa, you like to you live dangerously, says Tina Martins.
Yeah, I do. I do. Well, my characters do. I personally am about trying too many. Well, I take that back. When my husband and I went to New Orleans, I tried some different foods. I was willing to try some different foods. I would never try blowfish, though. That stuff,
Lawrence Davis says, all of a sudden I'm in the mood for possum pot pie.
Is that a thing? Do it? Sure.
I guess you need a possum, but yeah, I think anything can be made into pie.
Squirrel.
Oh, it's something.
Really? You
He said it.
Wow, what does it taste like? I want to know what that tasted like. I'm sure, it must have been kind of gamey, but I wonder what that tastes like. Don't tell me chicken. An alligator. It sort of tastes like chicken.
Alligator? Never had alligator. I think the weirdest thing I ever tasted was seal.
You had seal?
Hmm?
Said seal?
Yeah.
What does that taste like?
It tastes like fish.
It's a mammal.
Yeah, I mean, the texture and the meat is different, but it tasted of fish. It tasted
Really?
like.
Well, that's what it mostly eats. I suppose you are what you eat, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I taste like coffee.
Tina Martins is saying squirrel, those tiny little good-looking fella. Yeah, the ones with the long fluffy tail.
Yeah, I've never eaten squirrel. I've known people that's eaten squirrel. Sure.
Okay, Earthman Brick is saying, I also like to live dangerously. One time I even ate a cooked potato. Was pretty reckless, but I got through it. Steve, one time I was in Scotland, I did eat a fried Mars bar just to see what that was
Oh
like.
yeah, you can get those too.
I mean, it tasted good, but it tasted surprisingly good, but that was enough sugar for the following 3 years.
We have a Orange County Fair, which is a huge thing here in Southern California, and you get confection stands where they pretty much will deep fry anything. I mean, they come up with the weirdest stuff. Deep fried Mars bars, like you said. Yeah, some pretty bizarre stuff. They made a hamburger out of donuts.
Jeez.
You know, a hamburger patty between two donuts.
Yeah, my liver is just saying no. If you eat that, I am not processing it. That's what my liver is saying.
Right, exactly. Yes. Yeah, it takes a very brave person to eat confectioner's food at the OZ Fair.
Okay, what do you say we jump into the to Discord again, have a look at the at what people have posted up.
I would love that.
Okay, let's go.
I would love that.
And okay, here we go. Okay, this is from Little C. How do you pronounce that? Lil
Lil C.
Lil C.
Lil
Okay.
C. Lil C.
Okay, it's
I love that. That's awesome.
I like how it goes through the it's kind of confusing when you see it until you start to look at it properly, and then you see the angles and the stuff. But and
Very Escher-ish.
yeah, exactly. I mean, it's there's nothing weird about the angles and stuff, but it does give you that impression.
Yes. Yes. But the textures are fabulous. I love the textures he's used.
Yeah, from what he was saying, he just used foam core and pressed them with a roller and then assembled everything.
Hmm? That's great.
Yeah, it's a very efficient way of doing it. Nice work. Okay, next, Lil C again. First Romanesque-inspired modular church.
I was watching this one progress on the Discord. That's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm guessing
Brain, though.
this was built in the same way with foam core pieces, I think.
I believe so. Yeah. I love how he did the shingles. I like that idea very much.
How'd he do that? I don't remember that step
I have
exactly.
no idea. I love the look. The resulting look. He was on here to speak about it because I would love to know what he did.
Yeah, for sure. Well, maybe we can ask him in Discord later.
We will, definitely. That's a beautiful build. Those trees. Those trees are great. I love the curved, I don't know, where that room is back there.
They're mounting at the back. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. You know, it gives it some added flavor.
It does, yeah. I
Great.
mean, it breaks up the straight lines of the rest of the piece, which is really good.
Yeah. I'm curious if he put bells in the bell tower. I can't tell if he did or not.
I can't tell from these pictures.
Oh, that would be interesting to see if he did that.
Okay, again, I think this is the textures from the rollers. They work really well on foam core, surprisingly well on foam core.
Mm-hmm. And you know, that is actually how church windows are back then, because you're not supposed to be able to see out. You're supposed to focus on the sermon.
Yeah, I just need the light coming in, right?
Yeah, exactly. Bring in some light, but you don't. There's, you know, it's up there. You can't see out to get distracted from the sermon. That's exactly how it was.
Oh, and the interiors are playable too.
Oh yes, fabulous. Playable interior. That's great. I will do this one day. I will make tiles. I will make playable terrain. I will do it. Except someone who's putting out challenges. I can't find.
Well, we can do a modular terrain challenge if that helps.
There you go. So yeah, if you do a challenge for making tiles and modular terrain, I'm all in.
Yeah, okay, we can do that. We can probably do that after the Halloween challenge. Then.
I'm there.
Sorted. I like it. I like how he did did an altar screen too.
Yes, isn't that? Okay, I did not see this picture before. That is fab. That is great. Does it actually have confessionals?
I don't think so. No, I think that's a gate in front of the altar kind of thing.
Right.
And some rooftop actions with a mimic.
Whole church is a mimic. Can you imagine? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what nightmare fuel.
Yeah. I mean, the whole building is a mimic kind of thing is already pretty scary. I mean, the church being a mimic, yeah. And maybe the priest isn't really a priest; it's just an illusion from the digestive fumes of the mimic.
The mimic is a patron, and the priest is like, "Yeah, feed my patron. Come on in." He's a warlock. That'd be cool.
Okay, Steve's
Oh
paintbrush.
my gosh! Wow! I could not do that in a million years. Wow, look at that.
I
That's
mean,
beautiful.
we've had Steve on before, and his paintwork is even on miniatures. And when if you give him a bust to paint, he's got even more space and time to play with it.
I am so jealous of that ability. Steve, you're amazing. I could never paint a mini that well. I just don't have the talent or the patience right now. It's amazing.
One thing I definitely don't have is his experience because he really worked to get this level.
It shows.
Now the shocking thing is that he mentioned that he just took it to Scale Model Scotland show in Edinburgh yesterday, entered this bust, didn't win anything. Which is terrifying because it means that there was some stuff out there that was even better than this.
Oh, I find that hard to believe, but wow.
This is top level stuff, Steve.
That's awesome.
Okay, Lawrence Davies. Building
Ooh,
more
love it.
modular terrain.
I assume they light up. Fab.
Okay. Jesse in the chat. Hi, Jesse.
Jesse.
Campaign is saying, Mimic as a patron summons up the little shop of horrors vibes. Does it have to be human blood?
I don't think mimics are particular, but maybe it develops a taste for it. Oh my gosh, Lawrence, you are.
Yeah,
Are those tentacles?
those are tentacles.
Tentacles.
Yeah, I should never have given you that musical to listen to.
Everybody, you can blame Karl. Tentacles. Yeah.
Okay, and this is part of his mega dungeon build, which.
Ah, look at this. Lawrence has this. I think. I think he has it's a percentage from my psychiatrist because he does things to cause me to need to go get therapy. It makes me creep me out. And so I'm sure he's like found my therapist and said, hey, a little kick back and I've got you covered. You'll have her forever. Not yet.
Okay, playing around with my vape. Ooh, okay. Smoky tentacles.
Wow. That's creative. Oh my gosh.
Did you?
How is that going to? Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just wondering if you put the vape inside that or blew the smoke inside it and let it settle there. I have no. How do you do that?
Yeah, Lawrence, go into detail. How did you do this? What that is? Amazing. Never done hot glue flames before this.
I think that's for the beacons, yeah? Yeah, they turned out really good.
They did, and they're not easy.
So,
Lawrence, you're a very, very amazing crafter.
We do want to hear more about the vape tentacles, though.
Yes. Just details. Just the deets.
Jesse says, I just found out that they make magnetic paint. Ooh.
Really? That would really be helpful. Where did you find that out? And give us a link, Jesse.
Lawrence Davis, if I can creep someone out in here, then I've done it right.
Well, you can. You should feel very accomplished because, yeah. Yeah. Creeped out from your stuff.
So maybe we'll talk later about this, but let's move on for now. Okay, Martin, let's see if we can play this. Nice.
Yes. There's a lot of stuff that went in that. Oh my goodness.
Is this showing on the stream? Because
yes, I hope so.
1 sec. It should be, yeah. Okay. But basically, that's.
Oh, you just broke in. Okay.
Okay, I think this is for his Starfinder terrain.
Oh, okay, that's all right.
Science fiction terrain in general.
Yep.
And the close-up.
That's great.
Nice. This is really going to paint up nicely. I think he's going for
What is that?
Say again?
What materials were? I wonder what materials were used.
I think he mentioned last time polystyrene and this is plastic tubing.
Yeah, yeah.
The flexible tubing is from a cable organizer, if I remember correctly.
Oh, see, that's beautiful. That's the kind of building I love when you just take stuff and throw it together. That's the kind of thing that just makes me go ee. Lots of things make me go ee, but that does too. Lawrence makes me go ee.
I'm not sure. I don't know if he posted a picture of the spaceship he's building too, but that's built out of random plastic parts and turned out really into a really good good model.
Oh, look at the texture on that. That's fab. You know, when you can see it, when you can see prior to the final paint jobs, the final idea behind it, you know it's going to be good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So many talented people here. Oh, that's awesome.
I'm guessing he built this little panel out of plastic card.
That's great.
This looks familiar for some reason, but I can't tell
I'm
what
trying to figure it out too.
what that thing with the hose in it is.
I'm trying to figure it out too. I don't know. It does look familiar. I don't know.
That's lovely work, Martin.
But you know what's cool is that when you don't know what it's come from, when the crafter has used it to its real potential, when you're like, where did that come from? But it works so well into the build.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Okay, speaking of mimics, Steven up here with his mimic toilet and
Love it.
some crocodile.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Yeah, this is what we were saying earlier about those paint effects that look thrown in initially, but then you start noticing there's been some attention paid there.
Exactly. It lends to the chaos of it because it is. I mean, it does. It looks like it's just going to go. Those teeth. There's a backside to this thing too that is epic. Absolutely epic.
I don't think we have it here, but yeah, I think I've seen the photos.
There's a rib cage on the back of the tank. So cool.
Okay, Tina's working on the Roman villa for effects.
Oh, okay. Is that a Q-tip?
That's a Q-tip, yeah?
Yeah.
I think these are some beads she's using for bottles and stuff like that.
Wow, that is impressive.
Ooh!
Ooh.
Okay, I think we've seen the pillars before, I think, previously, when she was still painting them. The texture on the ground looks fantastic, though.
Yeah, it really blends together nicely, doesn't it? Tina, you're amazing.
Check that out.
Wow. Little bottles, yep.
Okay, and she was saying last time that all the walls are removable, so it's more easily playable.
Which means, Tina, that you need to start playing, girl. That means you're welcome to my table anytime. Walls. Those windows.
Oh yeah.
No, that's beautiful. Waffles.
Okay, Mia. Oh, mushrooms.
Oh, yeah. I love that you put this out here.
That's out of mushrooms.
Shrooms. I sent her some bags of Dollar Tree shrooms.
All right.
See if she'd. Yeah. No time to play? Excuse me, girl. If you've got time to craft, you got a little bit of time to play. If you're making tabletop terrain, you need to use it. I do. Guards windows? Yeah. Look at these shrooms. Oh, gosh. And they're flat on top, which is perfect for minis and stuff. That's great.
Yeah.
Love it.
What I'm urging here is walkways between some of them and stuff like that. You've got your own elevated maze kind of thing.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, this is the
Fun Guy Tavern.
and these are in the original colors. Yeah, I guess Mia repainted them.
Yeah, she painted them.
Nice.
Yes. Yeah, you're fabulous.
Close
Yeah,
up.
there you go. There it is. There's a mini. Oh, girl. Look at that. You bringing that to Jeff Con? We're sharing a room at Jeff Con, and hope she's gonna bring some stuff. She's driving, so maybe she'll bring some to show us. Oh,
nice.
this. Oh, yeah, she's using Dan Masters.
UDT system, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's if you want to play with miniatures, I think that's one of the most sensible systems I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
In the sense that it's a contained area, you don't have to spread out an entire dungeon on it doesn't make sense to build an entire dungeon.
Right, and also what's nice about it is that you have people at the table and they can't see on the other side, so you just go.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh yeah. There's that too. They just spin it around. Textures on this are fantastic.
Aren't they? She does a lot of sci-fi stuff.
All right.
Obviously very well. I mean, she plays. Like I said, she's on Shadows of Arconia a great deal. So she's played a variety of different games, and she kind of tends to lean toward the sci-fi type of play, but she's done fantasy stuff. But yeah, she's amazing as a crafter.
The chip.
Oh! That is pushing my steampunk button so hard right now. That is fantastic.
It is.
Oh, I won.
And it's pretty large too. It's 1, 2, 3.
It is. I'm in love with that. I am so in love.
That looks awesome.
Oh, wow. Oh.
So, what is this supposed to be like? Some wind-powered sled ship, or is it an actual ship with skates? I love the model. Just it looks like it has a good story behind it.
Yes, it does. Oh my
Hey,
gosh.
look at the controls.
I've never seen that. I have not seen these pictures. This is the first time I've seen these pictures. I'm blown away. Oh my gosh.
Oh, come on.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're killing me here. This is great. Oh, bring this to Jeff Con. Bring it.
Nice.
Yes, it's beautiful.
I think that's the last one of the pictures for today.
Okay.
Definitely deserves the metal horse.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So,
I'm inspired to do an airship, Mia.
okay, you'll have to wait until we do the airship challenge.
There I go again. There's so many things going at the same time. Way too many things going at the same time. I got my Halloween dude. Got him going. I got my lighthouse going. I haven't finished my Baba Yaga yet.
The baby head with the yeah. Yeah. We've been pretty traumatized by that on the Hangouts already. What are you doing, Lisa? I'm just removing this baby doll's eyes and spreading open its cranium and sticking stuff inside it. And okay, so
oh, go ahead.
now I was
I was
saying.
just gonna say that Sid from Toy Story, he's a misunderstood genius. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so Mia is saying that it is an airship and she's building a bigger one. Okay, that one we got to see. Okay.
Amazing girl.
Tina Martins, did anyone see the latest video from the Storycraft Society? Yes, he made some modular ship tiles. And Earthman Brick is asking, when is the Finish Him Challenge due? It's due next Sunday, so today week. No pressure.
I actually finished ahead of time. Can you believe it?
Yeah, I should start mine. Yeah.
Are you going to do what Steve did and build it during the challenge?
Yeah, if I didn't have to run the stream, I probably would, but I'm not that good.
That was amazing, Steve. You blow my mind sometimes. I can't. The fact that you were able to do that during the challenge and finish it and have something to present was amazing.
Yeah, it was a real boss move.
Yes.
So, none taken. I don't have a.
The unfinished project.
Of course you don't. You finish them too quickly.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, she's super focused. She's like, get her done.
So apart from the modular tiles and now the airship, do you have any builds that you would like to do?
I've always wanted to do an airship, but I need to do my modular tiles, and I need to do some walls. I need to make some foliage. The foliage part, that one scares me.
Why is that?
Because I'm copying out and I'm using the plastic plant, foliage, because it looks better than what I just don't know that I could make the foliage look the way I want it to. I've seen stuff that Michael did on his, when he did his Forest Temple.
Mm-hmm.
And just looking at how he did that tree, and how Cross does his trees and how so many other people do their foliage. And I'm just, there's so much effort and time, and it's meticulous, and the paint and the layers of paint that has to go in. And I'm like, I am not sure I'm ready for that, but I will certainly give it a try at some point. I need to. I have to up my game. I got to do foliage.
The thing is that there are quite a few products for foliage which might be definitely faster than trying to make your own. So some of the stuff like the Woodland Scenics Flux and foliage and things like that might be a good start. And I think even if we just use them as a start, it might be a good place to pick up ideas for the way you can do it.
Doing it on my own?
No, I mean like if you get the ready the finished products and then use them to see how they work, and then you can make your own later, rather than just jumping in head first without an idea.
Is offering to send me some foliage. How do I turn that down? I mean, not that I'm against people using Woodland Scenics, but I like to create it myself. And so when I see people that are using sawdust and getting their own from hemp cord and stuff like that, that's kind of, I'm like, oh, I want to do that, because that you're allowed to make, you can make your own, and I don't know, I have nothing against Woodland Scenics. If someone were to send me a big box of Woodland Scenics, I'd be like, yes, I'll use it. The idea of making it, I don't know, I've got a silly rule in my own head that I need to make my own stuff. It's a silly rule. I don't know why I am stuck with it, but I am.
Okay, the reason I make quite a lot of my own stuff, including the flocking and things like that. However, I think the only real advantage of that is that it gives you volumes that you can experiment with. If you have to buy it at X amount per bottle, yeah, you can't waste it on a 6x3 surface to see if that will work. Know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean, if you're making it with sawdust, yeah, it's fine. Just cost a few cents. Out and done.
I've got a woodworking friend, Jared, who I made the skull chandelier for. He's a woodworker, and so he has literally gigantic garbage bags full of sawdust. And he said, have it. I even filtered it. There's really, really fine sawdust, and then there's chunkier sawdust. And I'm like, bring it.
I mean, mixing it at the end of the day is really, really simple. I mean, you just put water in a bucket, put some sawdust in it, and put some paint in it. It's a no-brainer. The tricky part is getting it to dry out, but you can even put it in an oven to heat it up.
Or you could, something that Scotty suggested to me one time is to take the fine grained sawdust and mix it with glue, and you actually can make a paste from it.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
And it will dry with texture and not come off.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's turns pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that I started doing recently is using earth as basing material, and that works.
Oh, okay.
Literally, grab some dirt, put it through a sieve, get the really fine bits, yeah. Bake it, so you don't bring in anything interesting with it. But then it glues onto foam or whatever. PVA glue glues on rock solid.
I would try that, except there are too many feral cats in my neighborhood, so.
Yeah, that might be a bad idea. Yeah, you might get end up with some extra terrain or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, coffee grounds, tea. Yes. Oh, tea bags. Yep. Yep. Okay.
Speaking of tea bags, I was surprised at how well the those tea leaves looked made like autumn leaves on the floor.
Oh,
When we
yeah.
use yeah, it totally looked that way. You can use
There.
litter from the
Sorry.
cat.
Say again.
I said I was surprised at how well the
No,
it went. Say again, sorry.
not the. I'm not using litter from the cat box. At least not used litter. Yeah, you could use. I
Yeah,
didn't go there.
yeah. Coffee, tea, cooking herbs, crushed up leaves, dozens of ways to do DIY for you. Yeah, for sure. But yeah,
That leads toward edible terrain, though, doesn't it?
say again.
That leads toward edible terrain.
No, just spicier terrain, I guess,
Just-
or more season terrain.
Right.
Oh yeah, and yeah, Tina mentioned the punches from Green Stuff World, which are also very good for that.
No, that's something I've considered doing too. Is edible terrain. Make cookies flocked with, you know, things that monsters that the players can eat. I told you it was going to get weird if you would put me on this channel.
Yeah, I'm just imagining kind of
Orange juice.
an Ozzy Osbourne moment, kind of like picking up a miniature and going. Nom, 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 nom. Yeah, but it would be a good prop as well. It's like, yeah, the giant picks up one of the town people and then, nom, 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 nom. And did he just eat one
Oh
of the
God!
miniatures? Yeah, could be interesting.
That would be fun.
Okay, so Lisa, we've been here for about 2 hours, and I think maybe we should call it an evening. Thank you so much for being here. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
I have had a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Karl. Thank you, everybody, for joining in, and thank you, and a big thank you to all of you guys, because you have been motivation and have helped me so much with learning how to be a crafter, and I cannot thank you enough. I love you all.
Okay, before we go, I'm just going to drop the link to Dungeon Matron's Discord in the chat again, so anyone who is not on there can join in. And you're hosting Hangouts every Tuesday and Saturday?
Every other Saturday.
Every other Saturday.
Every other.
Okay, so thanks again, Lisa, and thanks everyone. Have a great week.
Bye.